Hello everyone and welcome to another video. And today's video is about Serial by Terry Moore, a 10-issue miniseries published by Abstract Studio, and as always we'll start off by checking out the covers. Of course, Terry Moore already an industry legend by now. Even if he hasn't worked for the big two all that much, his independent work is just amazing. His legendary Strangers in Paradise work, as well as Rachel Rising, his more recent Motor Girl, and of course we can definitely add Serial here to his lineup of great series. So, as I've mentioned, this is a 10-issue series written and drawn by Terry Moore. Everything is in black and white, so there's no colors, and we'll see it looks amazing, and of course Terry Moore is doing an amazing job. So here we get issue number 9 and the final issue number 10, with a very cute, let's say, a very cute cover. Okay, so what is Serial? Well, as the title suggests, this is a story about a serial killer. So we've got this character running around just murdering people. And at first the murders are pretty general, mainly against anime fans. But as the story unfolds, we get to see and learn more about the character, and the murders become way more personal, and everything kind of fleshes out, and we really get a sense of the big picture and what everything was all about. Now, of course, the police that are trying to stop the killer are obviously incompetent and not doing a very good job. So we get another character that acts as a detective and tries to find the killer on their own. So the whole story is basically a detective murder mystery, and I was complaining in one of my previous videos about how comics are basically just Netflix pitches right now, and about how a lot of comic creators basically use their stories in a vain hope of getting that sweet Netflix deal and getting a series out of them. Well, this couldn't be a series, but this is basically a movie. However, what separates Terry Moore from all the other creators that don't respect the comics medium is that he actually uses the strength of comic books in this series. Yes, this could easily be a movie, but it isn't. This is a comic book story. This is a comic book, and Terry Moore makes sure to let us know about that. First of all, just the way he ends every issue on a cliffhanger and just keeps you wanting more. It's absolutely amazing. And this is kind of why I say it couldn't be a series, because some of his issues are very short. I mean, the first issue is basically two scenes, and one of those scenes is actually a dream. So it's very short, but it adds up. It builds towards a greater story. And like I said, the way he ends every issue on that cliffhanger, and it's never half-hearted, you're at the edge of your seat, uh, hoping to get the next issue and see what comes next. he really does take advantage of the medium in that way, just as he takes advantage of his panels. I mean, just look at these pages here. Come on. Again, this is no Netflix series. This is a comic book. And the way Terry Moore uses his art to just create suspense and this atmosphere here, absolutely superb. The way he does his panels in this first page, how it keeps growing and growing and shows us the whole picture. Amazing work. And again, if you're gonna do a comic book, do a comic book, and this is exactly what Terry Moore does here. And of course, if you're familiar with his other works, again, his legendary Strangers in Paradise series, Rachel Rising, you'd know that Terry Moore is a true artist, and his work absolutely shines here. And again, just look at these pages here. Absolute perfection. You know, I remember when I was picking up this series, I actually heard someone complain that, oh, why is this comic $4 for each issue when there's no colors in it? And come on, do you really need colors here? Of course not. The art sells it alone. And oh, by the way, so we see all these books here where these are actually all the backers for Terry Moore's projects. He, of course, does crowdfunding, and he actually listed all his backers, or well, some of the most important, I think, backers in this bookshelf here, and I just love this. This is such a fun and unique way. I really, really liked this idea. And speaking of fun, I mean, of course, like I said, this is basically a murder mystery, and it's got its serious moments, quite a lot, but it's also got a lot of fun. Again, just from killing the anime fans at the start of the story, you could tell Terry Moore really enjoyed doing this, and like I said, had a lot of fun with it, and his characters genuinely feel like characters, you know. They're not just some talk pieces that he uses to move the story along. They're actual characters in his story, and genuinely feel for them, and it gets really interesting. Especially, I mean, all throughout, but especially at the end. Seriously, I highly recommend this. I mean, looking back at my videos, I've done quite a few reviews by now. I'm telling you, this and The Devil's Red Bride, but I'm actually giving it to this. This really gets my highest, strongest recommendation. This is one of the best series I've read, and again, I hope you can go ahead and read it for yourselves. This came out in single issues. There were 2 trade paperbacks. I know Terry Moore also did a crowdfunding campaign for a hardcover omnibus that had all of the 10 issues, but I don't know if that edition also came in a trade paperback to the rest of the market. But either way, it's available digitally. You can definitely find it, and I do hope you will, and I do hope you'll get to read it because again, Terry Moore does amazing work here, and it definitely deserves your attention. And that was it for my video, a little shorter this time, and trust me, it's not because I disliked this series. Obviously, I gushed about it earlier. I just don't want to spoil anything from this, and I do hope you'll get to read it and actually discover its twists and turns, because there are quite a few for yourselves. If you're gonna take anything from my video, say no to anime fans, say yes to Terry Moore, and please go read Serial. And as a bonus, I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video, maybe even subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of comic book reviews, recent pickups video, showing off my variant covers, a lot of good stuff about comic books. Okay, that was it. For now, I'll see you all next time. Bye.